Okay, good morning everyone. Today we will discuss a topic on capacitor start induction motor. Okay, so in last class we have discussed split phase induction motor, right? So in that split phase induction motor and capacitor start induction motor, only one difference is there. So that is in case of in starting winding in previous case, we have connected the starting winding with resistance, right? And this is the centrifugal switch that is in the split phase induction motor. So only change is, so by replacing this resistor and we keep one capacitor here that is in series with the starting winding. So the circuit will becomes the capacitor start induction motor, and difference will be, so what happens means in previous case the vector diagram, that is the reference voltage is V is like this, and that is because of resistance uh, the starting current vector it will be here, and that is Im, that is the running current vector will be here. The angle between IST and Im is called as alpha. So and summation of these two we got, that is called as total current I. So this is for split phase induction motor. This is the vector diagram for split phase induction motor. So because we are replacing this resistor with a capacitor, so capacitor it will draw the leading current. So therefore the starting current of the winding that will leads the voltage, okay, that is leads the voltage by pi st, that is the angle. So in this case, so this ist will come upside, so that is it is leading. In previous case it is lagging, and now it is leading the supply voltage vector V. So taking V as reference, and ist is leading because we are connecting the capacitor in series with the starting winding. So therefore starting current ist it leads the voltage by an angle pi st. Okay, so now, and remaining the vectors are same, so that is Im. So because total current I is the vector sum of ist and Im, so I is equal to ist plus Im. Okay, in this case also, so Im it is a pure reactance. So pure means, so it consists of more reactance. So due to that Im it is lagging behind the voltage by an angle pi m. So this is pi st and this is pi m. So therefore join these two, ist and Im, will get the current I. Okay, so this angle between ist and Im, that is called as alpha. So the angle between ist and Im, so that is called as alpha. So this is the capacitor part induction motor. The construction is similar to the split phase induction motor. The only change is resistance is changed with the capacitor. Okay, so this is the working principle of capacitor start induction motor. The next one is capacitor start capacitor run induction motor. So next one, the only change is, I will show. Capacitor start, capacitor run induction motor. So in this case, the centrifugal switch is not present. Okay, in capacitor start and capacitor run induction motor. So the circuit diagram is as previous as same thing. Only thing is centrifugal switch is not present in this type of motor. Okay, and vector diagram is also same. The vector diagram is that is like a previous one. So no change in the vector diagram. Okay. So in this case, capacitor start, capacitor run induction motor. There is no centrifugal switch. No centrifugal switch. And capacitor remains same or remains permanently through the running. In previous case, what happened? Capacitor, it is connected at the time of starting period. So at the time of running period, the switch will be open and total capacitor and starting winding, everything will be disconnected in capacitor start induction motor. Only main winding will be present. But in capacitor start and capacitor run induction motor, capacitor will remain permanently in the circuit even though in the running condition. So that is the difference between the previous one and this one. Okay, the capacitor remain permanently in the circuit. So this improves the power factor. So again the power factor will be improving, and some the phasor diagrams also remain same as previous one. So and also the performance not only at the starting but in running condition also it is depending upon the capacitor C. Okay, so hence its value to be designed so compromised between best starting and best running condition. So this is this type of motor having best starting and best running type of motor. So especially this type of circuit is you can weave in fan, ceiling fan as well as table fan. So all the single phase AC machines, motors, this is the common circuit that is provided. Okay. So hence the starting torque. So starting torque TST, it is available in such type of motor that is 50 to 100% of full load torque. 50 to 100% of full load torque. And coming to the torque speed characteristics, this is torque speed characteristic. Okay, so torque is on y-axis and speed is on x-axis. Compare both the type capacitor start induction motor and capacitor start and capacitor run induction motor. So in capacitor start induction motor, starting torque is higher. Okay, then in case of capacitor start capacitor run induction motor, starting torque is less compared to the capacitor start induction motor than the full load torque. Okay, so if n is equal to ns, so there is synchronous speed. So your torque is very much minimum. So n is equal to 0. So that is at the time of starting. So the torque is very much higher. So more than 100% will get this. Okay. So this is the some switching speed. Yeah. Okay. The direction of rotation in both the type can be changed by interchanging the connection of main and auxiliary winding. So there are two windings here. One is main winding, that is called as running winding, and auxiliary winding called as starting winding. Okay, So if we interchange the connection of main winding and auxiliary winding, so we can reverse the rotation. Okay, if we reverse the rotation of the motor, the direction of rotation, so interchange these two terminals, so we will get, so interchanging of terminals means this is the main winding is here, starting winding is here. Okay, interchange the any one of the winding terminal connection, so then we will, the motor is running in reverse direction. Okay, and these motors are costly than split phase induction motor, and capacitor value can be selected, the C value that can be selected as per the requirement. So how much requirement is there, depending upon the rating of the motor, so C value will be determined, okay, as per the requirement. And the starting torque can be as high as, that is 350 to 400% of full load torque. So that is also we can get in case of capacitor start and capacitor run induction motor. And some of the applications of capacitor start and capacitor run induction motor are, so some of the applications, so these are important applications wise. List of the application. So high starting torque, because of this high TST, so hence it is used for hard starting load. So wherever the initial starting torque is require more, so that is whenever heavy load is present there, they require an initial starting torque. So that is called as hard starting loads. Next one, so it can be used in compressors and conveyors. You know the belt and conveyor, so it can be used in industries. So conveyor belt system, the motor, one motor is rotating in one direction, another motor is rotating in another direction. So conveyor belt. So this is this type of motor where the induction motors are also used. The conveyor system, grinders, fans, blowers. What is blower? So blower means, so in this case the motor is rotating in reverse direction to suck the air from the external atmosphere. So that is called as a blower. And air compressors. You know the air compressor where we are using. Air compressors can be used in automobile system and all these things. And these motor available up to 6 kilowatt. 6 kilowatt rating. So the single phase induction motor of capacitor start and capacitor run motor that can be available to the high rating up to 6 kilowatt. So these are the applications of capacitor start and capacitor run induction motor. The next one is shaded pole type. Shaded pole type motor. Okay, I will draw here a circuit. Shaded pole motor. I will show these things. Okay, are you following? So what is the both the type capacitor start and capacitor run motor? Any doubt regarding this? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. In shaded pole induction motor, so figure shows a two-pole shaded pole motor. This is the construction. It consists of main poles. So these are the main pole. The windings are also present on this, like this. It will be connected in series with the another winding also. A single phase supply is given across this winding. Single phase AC supply is given, and there is a in that construction there is a shading bond is provided. Look here. So this is called as shading band that is provided here. This is called as shading band, and the cage rotor. Cage rotor means squirrel cage rotor that is provided inside, and outside frame. This is called as stator, and this is the main winding. So this is the construction of shaded pole induction motor. So this motor is a simple type, simple and self-starting. In single phase induction motor, it also consists of stator and cage type rotor. And the stator is made up of a salient pole. So salient pole means it is a projecting pole. The poles are like this. So this is called as the salient pole. So one is N pole and one is S pole. Okay. So made up of salient pole, and each pole is slotted on side, and a copper ring is fitted here, that is called as shading band. So copper ring is fitted on the both side. So this is so like this. This is the arrangement. So whatever the pole is there, so that pole will be cut into some section, and a copper ring is provided around this. So this is called as shading band. So this is a very small part. This is called as part that is represented by A. Small part that is shown in the figure. This part is called as shaded pole part. So this particular part called as shaded pole part. So this is another part of the pole that is called as unshaded part. So this is unshaded part. So this is shaded part. Okay. So the pole, it is divided into two parts. One is shaded part, another one is unshaded part. Okay. So this ring is usually a single term. So generally this ring is provided copper shading ring. That is a single term coil, that is called as shading coil or shading band. So when alternating current flows in the field winding, so when you apply AC supply, so due to this alternating current is flowing, right? So this alternating current flows in the field winding, and alternating flux will be produced. Pi will be produced in the field winding here. Alternating flux will be produced. This flux links the shading coil also. This flux links the shading coil also. Okay. So which behaves as a short circuited secondary, because it is a copper ring is closed path is there. So when it is a closed path means short circuited type, the flux linking the short circuited secondary winding, so it is producing some EMF. Okay, short circuited secondary of a transformer, like that short circuited secondary of a transformer, a voltage is induced in the shading coil. So the voltage is induced in shading coil. So what happened now? The induced current that is producing the flux called as induced flux, which opposes the main core flux. Okay, so due to this, whatever the flux produced in the shading coil, so that is opposing the main field flux. Okay, this is the part of this flux only. Because of this flux, in the shading band, the voltage is induced. Due to this voltage induced in the coil, again flux will be produced. That flux is opposing the your main flux. So according to your Lenz's law, according to the Lenz's law, okay, same principle it will be happening here. So whatever the flux induced in the shading coil, that is opposing the main field core flux. So therefore, what happened? The shading coil thus causes flux in the shading portion, that is the portion A. In that shading portion A, so whatever the flux is produced, that lagging behind the flux of unshaded portion of B. So this is unshaded portion, that is called as B. There are two portions are there. One is shaded portion. A is shaded portion. B is unshaded portion. B. B is unshaded portion. So shaded portion flux pi A, unshaded portion flux, that is pi B. So what happened? At the same time, the main flux and shaded pole flux are displaced in space. This space displacement is less than 90 degree. Space displacement. So which one is lagging here? Shaded pole is lagging behind the unshaded pole. So therefore, this is pi B, this is pi A. So the angle between pi A and pi B is less than 90 degree. This is 90 degree. Therefore, this is the angle is less than 90 degree. So we can adjust this angle by this shading band. So whatever the ring is there, so by using the tappings of this ring, we can adjust this angle. Okay, so that is in between pi A and pi B portion. So the condition for setting of a rotating magnetic field, so that is produced here under the action of rotating flux of a starting torque is also developed, that is TST is also developed here. So because of this is the cage rotor, the revolving flux that is induced, that links the cage rotor, so torque will be produced, then motor starts rotating. Okay, so this is the working principle of shaded pole induction motor. In shaded pole induction motor, what happens? So there are two portions, shaded portion and another one is unshaded portion. Shaded portion is it is constructed by means of a copper shading band. It is a small ring that is a short circuited ring. It is attached to the shading portion. So another portion is called as unshaded portion. The angle between shaded portion and the unshaded portion is less than 90 degree. That is the flux produced in shaded portion and unshaded portion. So the angle between both the fluxes is less than 90 degree, and it will set up the revolving flux. So it is revolving theory. So double revolving theory you have studied. Last class we have studied double revolving theory. So for that, at least we require two phases. So this two phase concept also applicable in shaded pole also. So here we are not using any capacitor here for split phasing, right? But only we are changing the angle. We are splitting the phases by making the arrangement of shaded and unshaded part. Hence it is called a shaded pole induction motor. So in shaded pole induction motor, reversal direction of rotation is not possible. So reversal rotation, that is not possible. That is the only disadvantage, not possible. And some of the applications of this motor, we will see applications. So shaded pole motors, so these are very cheap motor, cheaply available. Okay, the cost is less, and the starting torque developed by the shaded pole, that is TST, is developed by the shaded pole. Motor. So therefore the torque is also very much low torque. So therefore the losses are high in this case, and power factor is low. The power factor is also low. So consequently the efficiency is also low. So efficiency of shaded pole motor is also low. So due to these characteristics, so it can be used for, because of these reasons, shaded pole motor are built only for small size. So it will be only used for small size of power rating. Small size of power rating. So that can be in the order of 40 watt or less than 40 watt. Okay. So, and you can discuss what are the applications. They can be used in some relays, small fans, table fans, exhaust fans. So hair dryers, daily utensils, that is hair dryers, fans for refrigerations, and air condition equipment. And especially it can be used in electronic equipments like cooling fans. So you can observe in computers, a small fan, it will be provided in laptops and computers. So whenever the circuit will get heated up, so for cooling purpose, so these type of small rating fans are used. So that is called as a shaded pole induction motor. They are also used in record players, tape recorder. So nowadays the tape recorders are not used because we have CD and pen drive. Okay, so everything technology is improved. So tape recorders are not going to see nowadays, and slide projectors. So sliding projector also they are using, and photocopying machines. What do you mean by photocopying machine? Photocopying machine means that is Xerox machine. So, and some electric clocks also used. Single phase synchronous timing motor. Synchronous timing motors also used. So these are the applications. So varieties of application. The only thing is range is very less. Okay. So this is about the shaded pole motor. So we'll discuss performance and cost comparison of different types of induction motor, and the torque speed characteristics of shaded pole induction motor. So that is show the starting torque is very low, about 40 to 50% of the full load torque. So coming to the performance wise, performance and cost of comparison, choice of single phase induction motor. So like other motors, the choice of single phase induction motor for a given application is dictated by the factors such as initial cost, running cost, and performance, weight of the motor, and size and other specific application requirements. So according to this, so the three different types of motors, application wise and difference wise and performance wise, we are comparing here. So split phase induction motor, it is a low starting current and moderate starting torque. But in case of capacitor start motor, the starting torque is high and hard starting load it can be applicable. And capacitor start and capacitor run induction motor, starting torque is slightly less than the capacitor start motor. Comparing between these two, so torque is high, but it is not higher than the capacitor start motor. So it is lesser than capacitor start motor. And in shaded pole, it is very low starting torque. Starting torque is very much low. The next one is the cost wise. Split phase induction motor is a lower cost, but capacitor start motor it is a cost more than the split phase type, and capacitor start and run motor the high cost, and shaded pole is the low cost. And range available is 1 over 22 half kilowatt, okay, 0.5 kilowatt available. Here capacitor start motor available up to 6 kilowatt, so higher range compared to the split phase. So capacitor run motor is also range up to 6 kilowatt, both are same. And but shaded pole motor it is having a small size 1 by 20 kilowatt. And application wise, fans, cloth grinders, blowers, centrifugal pumps, washing machine, etc. in split phase. In capacitor start motor can be used for pumps, water pumps, machine tools, refrigeration and air conditioning equipment. And for capacitor start run motor, it can be used for the ceiling fan and air circulators and blowers. In shaded pole motor, it can be used for a small range of fans, photocopying machines and tape recorders, etc. So these are the performance and cost comparison of all the types of single phase induction. So this completes the single phase induction motor chapter. So next class we will discuss about the other special type of motor, that is comes under the fifth module. Okay, thank you very much. Anybody having any doubts can please ask your doubts without hesitating. Any doubt? Okay, thank you.